Yeah, I just wanna be great.
Morning, chicken giblets. It's a Saturday and I'm at the perch. I'm not working. My wife abandoned us. She went for breakfast with the girls. So it'll be like fucking eggs Benedict and all that kind of bollocks. So I went to McDonald's. We normally go shopping on a Saturday because now I'm off on a weekend, potentially. Last week, it was a night of hotels, to be fair. I stayed out 3 times. I kind of just going wherever for the right price. Not thinking about getting home. We all know I'm too fucking big to sleep in the back of the van. You know, I do get van envy when I see some of these lads. I think if I had a big van, I'd have it like a fucking camping unit, you know. But we are where we are with little heaps, so I can sleep in there if it was an emergency, but it just fucks us. So Monday, I done a bit of graft. I got down the road to eventually ended up Birmingham. Done a few jobs to get down there. Quite happy, but it was like I done a job local. The last job that left us in Birmingham, it was about 7 o'clock. So I thought, fuck it, I'll put myself in a hotel. I've got that booking.com, I've mentioned it before. I'll just have a look. It was 45 quid. So me thinking behind it is, because I know some of you lads will be having fucking, you know, coronaries. Fucking hell, he's staying in a hotel, he'll never make any money. I would normally, if it's fucking dead, drive to Wetherby. Yeah, so let's say it's a tenner. I've said this before, it's just like going to work. You know, if you work in a warehouse, you would jump in your little Ford Escort and drive to work. So I don't mind that at all. But the promised land for me, you know, the land of milk and honey, is kind of Leeds, Manchester, Liverpool, Birmingham. There's graft down there. So I'm there already. So there's no point in... My options were to dead mile at home from Birmingham, which is a couple of 100 miles. And I would have been fucked. Or crash in a hotel. And it worked for us. For the simple reason I got up on Tuesday morning, I got a job straight away, and it was local. I think I went across to Nottingham, and it was probably 50 quid or something like that. So I'm working, I'm down in a busy area. A job comes on to the northeast. So I done it cheap. It was a lad, he was a courier, and the job was to meet one of his lads, a courier, and take a job up to Gateshead. So I thought, fine, it was right, literally, you know, 5 minutes from my house. So I thought, right, I'll do that, and then I'll just call it, you know. I've had a crap day, but I'm there. I then got a job come on to go to Carlisle. I thought, oh, for fuck's sake, we all know about Carlisle. Anyway, I put decent money on it, £1.10, £1.20 a mile, or whatever it was, knowing that I'd be dead mile in the back. And I was going to get there for tea time, so, you know, it's an hour and a half run home for me. 60 mile dead miles instead of the 200 originally at Birmingham. So gets to Carlisle, just about a tip. I was going to the hospital at Cumbria, and a job comes on to Stranraer for Speedy Freight. I was like, so it's an hour and a half run home, or it was a 2 hour job to Stranraer. Now, I've never been to Stranraer before, but it's the arse end of Scotland. You can tell it's Carlisle on fucking steroids. You know, you're never gonna get graft out of it. So they were my options. This is the Tuesday, so I either take that job and I charge a premium for it. Heading out there, I was going to get there for, I think it was going to be something like 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock. It was going to be late. 8 o'clock, we'll say. So I took it. So it was 100 and odd miles, and I got decent money. And on the way, I booked for a hotel in Stranraer, and it was like 50 quid. So I had me supper, went to Kip, fantastic. But Stranraer, there was fuck all. I spoke to Neil, he's the boy who knows Scotland more than anybody. And he was just like, this fuck all, mate. You know, make yourself back across to Dumfries. So I did that, and it was a write-off. Literally nothing. No at all. So a lesson learnt. Yes, I went out for a premium. Probably in future I wouldn't go. Unless, again, everything's on the time of the day. If it was maybe you know, first job in the morning, yeah, go to Stranraer and then make your way to Glasgow or something after that, but there's still a lot of dead miles, so obviously charging a premium. So Wednesday was a write-off. Thursday got a decent job, and I went down to, first one was down to Workington. No, it wasn't, to tell a lie, down to Wakefield. So again, I done a decent price because it's getting us into that busier area. Bear in mind, I would normally fucking dead mile to Wetherby anyway, so if I do it cheap, it's just covering me fuel. It wasn't that cheap, it was like 70 pence a mile. Don't get us wrong, I'm not doing it for fucking peanuts. But I got down there and it was busy. There was graft on, and I literally tipped, and the job come straight on, and it was going to Wales. I know. So I thought, fuck it. I've never been to Wales before. My family's originally from Wales. 3 generations ago, we come out to a place called Caergurley in Wrexham on a fucking horse and cart. So I thought, fuck it, I've got to try it, see what it's like, see if there's graft down there. I might be lucky, you know. You've got to. There's nobody can tell you what to do. You've got to fucking try. So I tootles down. Lovely drive. It's all single roads though, so you're fucked. You know, it's not the mileage, it's the times. You literally like, it was like Colin McRae Rally, you know. But it was beautiful. I got tipped, sweet as a nut, and it was getting on. So I rang the wife, and this was tea time-ish. So I rang the wife and said, listen, that's it. I'm probably going to stay in Wales, or I'll try and get back to the English border. And we had a bit chat, you know, where looks busy, and she had to look around on the desktop. So I think I'd come up with the idea of going to Worcester / Hereford to get across that way. Get a hotel, fucking taxi, get a hotel, and then look for work the next day. Anyway, I'm on my way, and the job comes off a City Sprint, Norman. I put a bid in for it, and it was going up to Walsall, Birmingham way. So oh, fucking happy days. And I've just bid cheap. I was about 30 mile away from it, which is about 55 minutes down there. So single roads. I thought, fuck it, it'll get us up there, pay for my hotel. So I did that. I done it for 50 quid. Yes. So happy days. Got a job up to Walsall, and then I put myself in a hotel. Same one, days in. I think I moved across to Coventry because historically it's been better for me. So it pays for my hotel. Happy days. Gets me head down again. I then I woke up obviously Friday morning, and at this point I'm like, I've got to get home. You know, that's what I'm looking for. And just before I fucking think of that, it was late anyway. So before I get in the hotel, I booked the hotel on booking.com, starts making me way across. Then a fucking job comes on from Royal Mail. It was Wolverhampton to fucking Gateshead. Oh, fucking. I mean, don't get us wrong, I would have been fucked, but it would have been nice. So anyway, it gets me head down. And I don't mind, you know, being in a hotel. I'm quite happy with my own fucking company and that. I think I watched the original Planet of the Apes on fucking BBC 4 or something. So mint, gets me head down, wakes up in the morning, I'm showered, I'm nice and fucking, you know, I'm ready for a day's graft, and that's the difference. Anybody who's taller than fucking 6 foot with a small van, you know, you've probably slept in that and woke up like a fucking cripple. And that is the difference for me. I'm not losing a day's graft because I'm fucking crippled. So anyway, gets up in the morning and a job comes on. One of the lads in the WhatsApp group had actually copied us in, you know, when they alert you. They're getting clever now because they're not adding it. I read them now and again, but if they like want to get me attention, they put at White Knight Couriers, so it pops up on my screen. So I appreciate that, John. Tall man, small van. But I'd already bidden it. I'd seen it. But it's nice that the lads think of you. You know, they know where you are and that. And the job was literally to Gateshead. So it's a Friday. Again, we've said this before. You know, the lads don't tend to move around as much on a Friday. We all want to get home to our fucking families or whatever. So I bid on it, but it was a drop. So it was a drop at Barney Castle, which is still in the northeast Darlington area, and then a drop in Gateshead. So I thought I'll do 70 pence a mile, and then I'll added a tenner for the drop, just because, you know, you're still grafting every time you get your fucking van. So it was cheap enough. I thought it should be cheap enough for the shipper, as in a reasonable price, and it's good enough for me to get home. So I think it went out about 140 quid or something like that. and I got it. Lad rang, fantastic. Yeah, can you sort it? And there was a couple of drops at different builders compounds, like proper fucking builders, you know, not like wimpy homes like these fuckers were doing big industrial shit. So happy days. I literally tootles up the road. I didn't realise whether it's just a gateshead, but the last drop was literally like 5 minutes from my house. It was fucking amazing. So that was it. So it wasn't the best week. By the time, you know, you take into account that you've spent money on hotels and things like that, but it could have been worse. I think when I first started, I was a bit like a homing pigeon. Didn't matter where I ended up, you know, if I couldn't sleep in the van, if I didn't feel like it, when I was starting to get on the day, I'd start heading further and further towards the northeast. And you've all probably done it, you know, whether you had fucking admit it or not. You start to think, fuck it, I'll get home. I'm not bidding on that job. I just think with it being so tight at the minute, we can't be as fucking picky as we'd normally be. You've got to price right to get somewhere, and sometimes you've got to take the hit and just stay in that fucking area. If it's a good area, like a Birmingham, Leeds, I'd always travel home from Leeds. I think I class that as local, and that sounds daft. But if I'm down that Leeds area, I would just pedal it home, no bother at all. But anywhere further down, you're in that decent graft area, so fuck it, stay there, you know. And again, don't forget, guys, and I'm not trying to fucking, you know, preach to the converted here. Our business, our small businesses, medium, whatever size you've got, you know, it is basically sales versus costs. So if you spend if you spend £50 on fuel and you do a job for 100, you've made £50 profit that you would be taxed against if you went over the thresholds and all this kind of stuff. If you've made that £100 job and you spend 30 quid in a hotel and 50 on fuel, you've already made 20 profit. So it is a business cost, you know, it's not just fucking coming out your pocket. Yes, you would make more money if you didn't, and sleeping in the van would be the best option. But again, you just got to see what you like. If you're a fucking young lad and you're only 5'2" and you can cuddle up back there, fair enough. But fuck that for me. So there we go. I'm still thoroughly enjoying it. It is fucking tough. Again, you know, reading the WhatsApp groups and that, the lads. It's still that luck factor, I get it, but it has been a struggle lately. There's not as much graft. I was talking to one of the shippers who also has like trucks and things like that, so they're on the HX, which is like the haulage side of it, and they were dead as well. So I think just that as it is now, personally, I'm not saying you've fucking got to do this at all, you're all your own people, but I'm just taking graft kind of anywhere at the right price. If I get down there with a bit of luck, you know, if you can do a couple of jobs that pays for your hotel, happy days. If it makes it worthwhile, there will be times where you fuck up, but the bonus is you're still fresh to offer a day's graft. So that's kind of my evolution last week of not refusing anything really and trying to find out for myself. We tend to, especially with the WhatsApp groups, you listen to each other. You know, I didn't go to JCB because you're fucking there for 3 or 4 hours. Don't go here because it's a bad place. But it's just, I'll give you a prime example. You know, was it Norwich or Ipswich or somewhere where I went where it was fucking, you know, it was like going to Cornwall, single roads. I go, fuck all, there was no graft. You know, when you're driving in, you know, there's no notifications. But other people might go there for the first time, get a job straight away, turn around and think, fuck me, brilliant place, you know. So just try things for yourself, see what it's like. And then historically, if you get bit in the arse, then you can have a judgment call, you know, and things again. Might change with luck. I could have went to Stranraer, got a job straight away and thought, fucking hell, I'm going to try and get work to Stranraer every day of the week. It's never going to happen. So there you go, guys. Shipper of the week last week. There was no really standout. I'm going to give it a light year logistics. I've been doing a few jobs for them lately. I don't know because if I'm in different areas, but super polite, really nice. Instructions are great. They'll just let you get on with it. I will tell you a story. I went down to I'll tell you why I was down in Birmingham on Monday, because I went to fucking Slough the first day. Monday I went down to London, and then I got a job back up to Birmingham. Our class Slough was London. But yeah, anyway, when I went down to Slough, for this fucking shipper, they must have rang us, and I'm not exaggerating, over 10 times. So I'm on the way down, picked up, you know, how far are you away from your destination? Well, I've put my ETA in for whatever it was, 12:30, but me Google's saying 12:05. I always had half an hour on so you can get a piss or a sandwich or whatever. And then another number rang again. Hi, it's such and such from, you know, the ABC Couriers. Just checking, how far away were you? Mate, I've just had a telephone call from somebody else. Oh, well, I didn't know he was doing it. I do apologise. Ring again. Hiya, yeah, just checking, you know, you're going to this site, yeah. Right. And then to top it all off, eventually when I picked up, 25 minutes earlier than my ETA, the rangers, one rangers, have you got, how many parcels you got on board? One. So I picked up, it was a double pickup. I picked up in Newcastle first. All right, we think there should be two. No, well, I'm 15 minutes away from the fucking drop pile, and that's all there was. So the security guard had said, that's your parcel there, you know, that's it, what do you want to do? I'll ring you back. The other guy rang, you know, there should have been two parts. Mate, I don't fucking mind. You know, if you need us to go back, I'll go back, but I'm not paying for it. So, you know, I can only have the instructions. You didn't say pick up two parcels, just said pick up. Spoke to the security guard, that's the parcel, what do you want us to do? Anyway, they never rang us back, so they fucked up. So, but yeah, just like fucking constantly on the phone. They definitely had trust issues. You know, didn't get us wrong, if I had like fucking 15 negative feedback or whatever, you'd think, oh, fucking hell. But no, I haven't, I'm 100%. So yeah, so they're obviously used to dealing with fucking idiots, you know. Bless them. But that's what happens if you pay the fucking peanuts. And I'd done that job, I think it was a decent rate for the distance. It was something, it was, you know, it was 80 or 85 pence a mile I put on, just because it was an extra pickup. So they obviously deal down the low end and get shite like. So there you go, you're all up to speed. I'll try and get these videos put up today. Right, so I've really been struggling with the time, just to dedicate to fucking getting them edited and putting them online. But I definitely need to get them on. So there you go, a bit of a longer chunter than normal. Tough at the minute for it's supposed to be the busiest time of the year. So good luck to everybody who's out there trying to make a living, and I'll catch you on the next one. Auf Wiedersehen, pet.